Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm at home this evening after work. I've watered my raised beds. A little bit concerned about some of these onions. I suspect they're dying. I don't know why. The old compost that I topped this bed up with was coconut fibre compost that I'd grew tomatoes in a previous year, so whether they don't like that I'm not sure. The leeks on the left look pretty good. A couple of the garlic have come through. Them onions, them red onions, are a little concerning. The cabbage, green and red cabbage, are coming through nicely. I think I might have stuck a couple of cauliflowers in there as well. This is the bed with 60 odd garlic planted in it, and I think 7 have come through at the latest count. I need to get in the back there and give it a bit of a weed, so hopefully some more will come through. Again here, the onions aren't looking very happy again, at least the second one in on that first row. A couple of the supermarket garlic cloves have come through, they're looking okay. Corn's looking okay. These plants I've got in tubs here, they're actually blueberries, so they're desperate for a prune, but there's some fruit ripening up on them. The starlings love these, so everything seems to be a race against the wildlife to harvest it. There's some more blueberries. That's a fig that I've yet to have any fruit off it. I've got a couple more blueberries and some white currants, although they always come out pink coloured. Head in the greenhouse. So the potatoes coming along. The tomatoes are all growing. This one is a giant, beef eater tomato, is it they call it? I think this one's that's a regular salad tomato. They've you can see that they've all got fruit forming on them. I need to actually tie them back, pinch out. I'll start pinching out these top side shoots now. I won't be trying to propagate any of them. Nice pearls of fruit forming on these. I think they've all got some, have they? Yeah, that one's got some fruit forming on it. Got some large side shoots on some of these. I desperately need to get a pot on now for propagating some more plants. But I'm going to try and sort these out and get them to the allotment tomorrow afternoon, get them in the greenhouse at the allotment. Squashes are all firing away. I need to get them planted in the ground as well, really. But for now I'm going to tie up some of the tomatoes, get some extra strings around them. So I'll bring you back in a bit. Well, that's all the tomatoes tied off a bit higher up. They'll be okay now for a couple of days. That's a cucumber, another one of the all females, if anyone watched the allotment video. So I'm going to just run it up the string and probably get it to run along the ridge line so the fruit all hangs down. These are all those extremely leggy tomatoes which I'm going to take to my allotment and plant up at the allotment in the greenhouse there. Hopefully there won't be too much damage by the time I get there, but like I say, I can always snap them back or cut them back and grow from a side shoot. They'll grow like mad in the heat we've got now. I don't know if anyone's thinking about getting a greenhouse, but I'd certainly recommend these polycarbonate ones. This is 4mm thick twin wall polycarbonate. They're much warmer than glass greenhouses. Right now in here it's just shy of 30 degrees C, which is about 86 Fahrenheit. So get a sauna while you play with your plants. Just noticed as well, looks like just sort of see a couple of little bits of green poking through, so Hopefully the other potatoes for the grafting experiment won't be far behind. This particular tomato is a small bush one called Cherry Falls. I'm guessing it's like a really, I didn't realise what it was when I bought it. I wouldn't normally have bought something like this, but it looks like it just grows masses of sort of tiny, probably smaller than grape size fruits. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out. I do need to get it in a bigger pot, something I'll probably do at the weekend now. I'm going to have a little bit more space, so I'm going to carry on in the garden for a bit now, pruning all that mess down there to try and free up that last raised bed. So I'll bring you back in a bit. Made some progress. The dinner bell is calling now, so I'm going to wrap up for tonight. I can come back to that at the weekend. I've added a pile onto there ready for, I don't know if it'll dry out, but it'll start drying out ready to burn over the weekend. Although I believe there's a thunderstorm warning in place for Saturday, I'm not sure. I do need to, all this above is actually, if I take you behind the shed's rotten as well. It's not laid out very well, but these trees here are self-sown, some kind of obscure fruit. I need to take them out. They're well, it's stopping light getting to the greenhouse, and there's another one just behind there. I live next to a bit of a forest park come nature reserve, and they don't manage it very well. There's been a couple of times dead trees have just fallen and smashed through the fence. So I did start repairing this a couple of years ago. I got so far, but I need to carry on and try and get it finished. So I'm going to have to sort of clear an area behind here first. In my grand sort of plan, I'm hoping eventually I can get rid of this shed and move everything up towards the fence. It'll free up a bit more garden area. So that's part of the plan. This being some kind of a fruit wood, I think I'll save those main trunk parts. I've been having a play with a bit of like wood carving and stuff like that, so not good enough to give demonstrations or anything yet, just still a starter learner kind of thing. But I believe fruit wood is pretty good for spoons and things like that, wooden spoons, so I'll hang on to them and let them dry when I cut them. So plenty to do. It's not going to be an overnight process, but that big tree there was actually flagged by the local council for removing a few years ago, but it was right against the corner of my fence, and they just left it in place because I think they were afraid if it went the wrong way it'd smash through the greenhouse. So I suppose that's good in one respect, but again, it's when the come sort of spring, summer, when the leaves are out, it just acts like a giant umbrella shading light from the greenhouse. So I might have to try and do a bit of pruning on it myself and reach up with a pole pruner or something, see what I can do. I think it's a beech actually, I'm not sure what it is exactly. There's a lot of silver birch around here, some oaks, but the silver birch just seem to die standing, and it's that dense I think they just don't get enough light and stuff, and they just keel over. So plenty to do. That'll do me for today. Thanks for watching. Well, this on the right actually. Before I go, this was a little chicken coop I made ages ago. I used to have a couple of bantam hens, so it was their home on a night, or a bit of a run underneath and at the ends, and could let them out when I was about. But and, you know, it's a few years since, well, rats killed them, to be honest, so that's all pretty rotten now. That needs breaking up and disposing of, so got a bit to do, but we'll get there in the end. Right, once again, thanks for watching. Cheers now, see you again.